Hi guys, Mason from Badlands here, and today we are taking a first in-depth look, actually no, not even a first in-depth look, our first look at the SRC Titan Revolver series, both the 6 and the 4-inch. Alright, let's get at it. Let's get at it. Dealing with a 6-round revolver is fairly standard. The designs are fairly, well, as I said, standard. But the way the SRC line stands apart from others, at least in the 6-inch variant, is the fact that you can do an under rail as well as a top rail. So if you want to go out and make somebody's day, dirty hairy style, you can. Or alternatively, there is also the 4-inch variant right here. Now there are no rails available for this. But you know, you don't need rails if you're just being somebody's huckleberry. Keeping with the traditional design of the 6-round revolver, your cylinder houses your ammunition, and your safety and cylinder release is one piece right here. So in the rearward position, the hammer doesn't move, trigger doesn't move. Slide it forward until you feel it click, and now your trigger will pull, and being a double action, you can either pull the trigger to fire it or cock the hammer first and then release. To open up your cylinder, you take the release and you push it further forward. Now you don't want to let it flop forward because that will just produce undue wear. So you want to, if you're able, catch it with your hand, just gently nudge it with your thumb and out it comes. And you have your rounds right here in this nifty little box. And there are 6 of them, which you will of course preload with a BB in each one, and then load into the cylinder like this. There you go. Sorry, I am no Idris Elba in the Dark Tower. If you would like to quickly load them, and you have the pocket space, you can get this thing. This is a speed loader. Now how this works is you pull this down, and you will notice that you have a little button here. So you drop your little mock bullets in, what we'll call them. Shells, I guess, is another way. So then, once you've got your shells in there, push and twist, and they lock in place. So you've got that all set up. So then you can drop your 6 rounds in there and stuff that in your pocket if you have, if this is more than just your sidearm. So then, popping your cylinder out, you drop this here. It's not going to sit right in, but there, twist. It releases, and there you go. Rounds are all in, and away you go. Obviously you don't want to, and I'm gonna do this one time, because that will again produce undue wear on the hinge here. Now, for fuel, or propellant as it were, slide this up here, and it takes 12 grams CO2 right there. Back out your tensioner, which is already out. Drop a new one in, make sure it's lined up properly and straight with the puncture seal in here. Tighten this in until you feel resistance, and then go just a hair further. If you hear any leaks, you can give it a little bit more tension, but you don't want to go crazy with it. It should seal up with no problems, and just a little bit beyond, you know, a reasonable amount of tension. You just want to puncture the CO2 and make a good seal. And then you swing that shut. So there you go. If you want to look like an 80s action star that really had no idea what they were doing with a gun, just like me, you could do stuff like this. You could put a red dot on there, make it so obscenely top heavy you can't possibly shoot it, but you'll look, I don't know what you look like. I think you look a little silly. Looks kind of like a radar gun, to be honest with you. You can't see that. Look at that. It's going, and oh, I screwed up. Whatever. Sue me. So anyhow, if you want a interesting sidearm to have, a secondary, or if you find yourself at a field, you got nothing to do, or you're between games, you and your buddy want to get out with one of these and have just sort of a quick draw competition, which would be absolutely awesome, take a look at one of these. Now, as always, good sir, I bid you adieu. I'm Mason from Badlands. I'll see you out there.